Ciao amici di Serie A Sitdown. This is Raffa Rispo of the Far From Vesuvius network, and I've been asked by Richard to come in and do a fan reaction on Napoli Lazio. This one was a very exciting game to watch. It was an exciting match to look forward to as Napoli celebrated the 1-year anniversary of the passing of Diego Armando Maradona, with unveiling of statues outside the San Paolo or the newly renamed Maradona inside the stadium as well, and a third at the Archaeological Museum in Naples. So Napoli Lazio, especially at the Maradona, the former San Paolo, is usually a very one-sided affair. Napoli have quite a bit of wins in their history against Lazio over there. As a matter of fact, in the previous 26 matches overall in Serie A and in Coppa Italia, Napoli have 16 wins, 4 draws, and 6 losses, and that's either in Naples or at the Olimpico. But Lazio only have 1 win to claim since 2010, since those 26 matches in Naples, and that is when they defeated Napoli 4-2. Napoli fans might remember that as the match where we were down 2-0, came back to draw 2-2, had a penalty kick in the last 10 minutes of the match, and Higuain, I think it's still flying over the Naples skies, and he sent it over the bar, and then Lazio scored 2, thus eliminating us from Champions League contention on the final day. Lazio took the Champions League spot that season. This was in 2015, but there were a lot of famous wins. One of my favorite wins was the 4-3 against Lazio back in I believe it was 2011, where Cavani got his hat trick, became the leading goal scorer in Serie A, the most goals in a season at that point, in a Napoli jersey with 26, very close to Scudetto contention. Heated affair where we were down 2-0, came back, got to 2-2. Lazio got an own goal, made it 3-2, and then in the last few minutes of the game, Cavani put 2 in to seal it for us. Just a full stadium in Naples. Another really cool match that I can think of was the match at the Olimpico, where Mertens went nuts and scored. Lazio went ahead 1-0. Napoli ended up winning 4-1. That's where Mertens scored a very similar goal against Lazio as he did this past weekend. That season, Napoli won both games 4-1. Last season, Napoli beat them 5-2. So very, at the Maradona. So very, very favorable to us. But Napoli fans, I believe this time around, were a little bit skeptical about how this would play out. It was our first league match without Osimhen. Anguissa was hurt also in the loss to Inter. We still don't have Unas. We had Politano out from COVID at the time. Deme was just returning from COVID. Lobotka got a start. Maybe fans were shouting for Deme to get the start. Mertens was put in the striker position. Some were maybe looking for Patania to come in and fulfill his backup role to Osimhen. And Napoli's play wasn't where we wanted it to be. We lost, to Inter 3-2 the previous week. Very dismal showing against Spartak in the midweek, where Lazio did get their win and clinched the next round to the Europa League. So there were some questions about this, but there's something about a full Diego Armando Maradona stadium where, at last season, Napoli's first Serie A match after Maradona passed away, obviously with no fans, Napoli trounced Roma 4-0. They had something to play for. They were playing for Diego Maradona. They were playing for his honor. And this time around, the same thing happened, where Napoli just took the lead early and didn't look back. the ball in from Lozano to Mertens, who essentially drew a penalty kick foul. Orsato gave the advantage because we still had the ball, and Zielinski just took a shot that, rifled it right into the back of the net. Then Dries Mertens was the Dries Mertens of old. 2017-18 Mertens was on full display there on Sunday. An assist by Insigne for the first one, an assist by Lozano for the second one. The one, like I said, was pretty much carbon copy to the goal in 2018. And then, a couple of chances for Lazio. Immobile took that run down the left and forced a save out of Ospina. Then there was also the shot from, I believe it was from Luis Felipe. Could have been from him, or I'm sorry, Luis Alberto. The save from Ospina there too, and the ensuing corner kick saw Acerbi hit the top of the crossbar. But that really was it from Lazio. There was really nothing to do. Like, FootMob gave the ratings to the defenders pretty low, and not because they played poorly, but because they really had not much to do. I mean, I think Koulibaly only had one tackle to make, the whole match. So it was, and then Fabian gets his goal, from outside the box. Di Lorenzo lays it up for him, and Fabian takes that shot from outside the box and puts it right past Reina. Lazio had nothing, and Napoli had everything. Again, Napoli had something to play for: the pride, the honor of Diego Maradona. But with the win, and Milan's loss, Napoli takes sole possession of first place. Inter is creeping up behind them. They won again, 4 points behind Napoli. Napoli lead Serie A by 3 with 35, Milan with 31, 32, and Inter with 31. So by no means is it over, but we took advantage of the situation that Milan gave to us on a silver platter, 2 losses in a row against Fiorentina and Sassuolo. Now we play Sassuolo tomorrow, Wednesday, and then Atalanta on the weekend. So by no means are we in a position where we should be comfortable with the lead. We need to continue to play like this. I suggest that we take that statue that was on the sidelines for this match, that's now going to be kept in the back in the locker rooms. My suggestion is to wheel it out onto the sidelines for every home match. And if they could get away with it, take it on the road with them too, and put it in the visitors' locker room. Inspiration is big for these players, and it's something that Neapolitans are very, very passionate about. Diego Maradona did everything for the city. He wasn't the greatest of persons in his private life and off the pitch. He had a lot of demons and a lot of trouble. But on the pitch, what he gave to this city on the pitch translated into the streets. He brought this city loves with all their heart. And when they love something like this team, they love it with all their heart and soul. And I feel like Mertens, Insigne, Koulibaly, Fabian, Zielinski, these core players, they really do embrace this city like Diego did as a son of Naples. I just want to say thank you for the opportunity of listening to me ramble on about not Maradona, Napoli, and everything like that. It's a very exciting time for us. We're looking for our first Scudetto without Diego Maradona. Hopefully it comes this season. But we really need to put into perspective, like I said, that nothing is over by any means. We're only in round 16 now. But yeah, you can catch me on Far From Vesuvius. You can find me on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We're on TikTok now too. And I'm at Raffa Napoli 83 on Twitter. That's the best way to get to me. Forza Napoli sempre. Forza Serie A Sitdown. Richard and Frank, thank you very much for this opportunity. And hope to see you guys again soon. Ciao.